We are going to study about nutrition in
Everyone, so
plants.
today we are
Let's
going to
start.
study the chapter 2 of the book Science Voyage of the class 7. So first start the exercises. So let us start with the exercises. So dash is the largest gland found in humans. The answer is liver. What is the answer? That is the answer is liver. Okay, so let's come on the next question. Dash helps the food to reach the oesophagus. So the answer is pharynx. Okay, so let's come on our next question. The food undergoes the process of dash in the stomach. The answer is digestion. So let's come on our next question, last question. We must eat a dash diet. The answer is a balanced diet. So students, we have completed the first exercise of the chapter in starting. Let us come on the reading portion to understand the chapter more better. Let us first read. It is impossible for all of us to survive without food for a long time. Our food contains important nutrients such as carbohydrates, fats, and proteins that are essential for the growth and the development of the body. Similar to the human beings, animals also need food to survive. All animals require different nutrients to grow and live. The process of taking in food and its utilization in the body for growth and development is called nutrition. So let me explain you this para. So the first line says that can anyone live without the food? We can't live without the food for a long time. Okay. Then let next come. We all know that our food contains so much important nutrients, like carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And these nutrients, these important nutrients, are very important for the growth and development of the body. Okay. And when the similar to human beings, animals also need food to survive. Animals also need food to live, because they are also a living being. Every living being needs food to survive, and all the animals require or need different nutrients to grow and live. Every animal diet is very different from humans. Okay, and let me explain you what is nutrition. This definition is too important. The process of taking in food means when we are taking the food inside our mouth, or we are eating it. For what? For utilizing the body for growth and development. Nutrition are very important for the growth and development of the body. So do you all understand this para? Let's come on our next para or next topic, that is nutrition in animals. I have explained you nutrition. Now let's study about the various nutritions. Okay? So first topic is that nutrition in animals. Let's read it out. When we talk about nutrition in animals, we refer to the process by which an animal obtains food and how the food provides energy and essential minerals to the animal for their growth, maintenance, and to perform life sustaining activities. Animals and humans take food in solid form, such as the type of nutrition is generally called holozoic and involves the following 5 steps. The first step is digestion, second digestion, third absorption, fourth assimilation, and last excretion. So let me explain you this para. So whenever we come on the topic that is nutrition in animals, we always refer to the process. Means we always talk about the process that by which an animal obtains the food, and how the food provides energy and essential minerals to animals for their growth. It's not only that the food provides energy to animals, it provides energy to human beings also. Okay, for their growth and maintenance to perform the life sustaining activities. What do we mean by sustaining activities? Means the activities such as eating food, drinking water, that are important for the survival of living beings. Okay, this is the mean by sustaining activities. Okay, animals and humans take food in solid form. Means animals and humans, they all take the food in solid form. Okay, and that type of nutrition is called, generally called holozoic. That type of food is called, that type of nutrition of the food is called holozoic. And that involve, the holozoic involves 5 steps. Okay, the first step is isolation, second digestion, absorption, assimilation, and excretion. So let me explain you about these 5 different steps. So let's start with the topic. The first step, that is ingestion. So the process of taking in food through mouth by humans or animals is called ingestion. The method of ingestion may vary from one animal to another. What do we mean by ingestion? When the human beings or the animals are taking food with the help of the mouth, that process is called ingestion. Okay, let's come on a second point, that is digestion. The process in which complex components of food are broken down into simpler substances is called digestion. It is noticed that the process of digestion is different among animals. So what is digestion? When the complex components of the food, when the food which we eat, that the complex components mean the components which cannot be digested are broken down in the simpler means small pieces, that is called digestion. These okay, and then it is noticed we all know, it is noticed that by the research that the process of digestion among animals and humans both are different. Okay, animals digestion process is different. We will be studying it later on. Absorption, the process in which the nutrients from the digested food are passed to the blood to be transported to other parts of the body is called absorption. What do we mean by absorption? When the process, that is the process that the food which we have eaten, the body has absorbed the nutrients. Okay, means that when we are eating the food, with the process of digestion, the nutrients are separated and the complex components are separated from the digested food. So these nutrients are then passed to the blood, so that as the blood is present in our whole body, so then that blood is transported to other parts of the body. Okay, means that nutrients with the help of the blood are transported to all parts of the body. This is called absorption. Assimilation, the process of utilizing absorbed nutrients in living tissues is called assimilation. It fulfills the supply of oxygen, energy, and nutrients in living organisms. So assimilation means when the absorbed nutrients in the living tissues are utilized. Okay, that is called assimilation, and it fulfills or helps in the supply of oxygen to the body, energy to the body, nutrients to the body in the living organisms. Okay, excretion. So excretion and isolation are same, but they are different. Some different. Isolation is the process when the humans are taking in food, and excretion means when the humans are taking out the food. Okay. So excretion is when the process in which the undigested food or the waste materials are removed out from the body is called excretion. So the complex components are removed out the body, means the undigested food or the waste materials which are not having any nutrients and which are useless for us. So these are removed out from the body. Okay, this process is called excretion. We have completed our first topic, that is nutrition in animals. We will be studying now nutrition in amphibia. Okay, so what is amphibia? Amphibia is a unicellular organism found in fresh water. It is irregular in shape and does not have a mouth to eat food or a digestive system to digest it. It feeds on microscopic plants and animals through Pseudopida, also called false teeth. Okay, let me explain you this one para. So amobia, what is amobia? It is a unicellular organism. It is a unicellular thing which is found in fresh water. In every fresh water it is found. Amobia is found, and it is not having a particular shape. It is of irregular shape. Okay, it is also not having a mouth to eat. Okay, and it is also not having a digestive system. Okay, and it feeds on microscopic plants and also on animals through what? With the help of what? Pseudopodia. Okay, and this word Pseudopodia is also called false feet. Its other name is false feet. Okay, let's come on our next para. On coming near a food particle, amobia ingest it by forming an arm or cup-like structure known as Pseudopia. Okay, from its body. When the food is completely encircled by the Pseudopodia, a small cavity called food vacuola is formed. Food vacuola contains several digestive enzymes in which help to break the complex parts of the food into simple soluble molecules. The simple soluble food molecules get absorbed and assimilated in the body to obtain energy, growth, and repair. The undigested food is thrown out from the body of amobia through the process of excretion. So, para which we have read it right now, that will be more understandable with the help of this diagram. Let me explain you this diagram. This is amoeba. So this is amoeba, and this black dot you can see that is nucleus, and this red one dot type of drop, that is the food particle. So what happens is that this food particle goes inside amoeba using this Pseudopodia. So this is the mouth of this amoeba, we can say in another language also. Okay, so when this food particle goes inside amoeba, so that this you can see that this is a white type of structure forming. This is the food vacuole. Okay, this is also called the cavity. Okay, and here inside the cavity it is the food particle, and this food vacuola contains so many digestive juices, digestive enzymes also, and that help to break the complex part of the molecules that are get absorbed and assimilated in the body. Okay, to obtain what? To obtain energy, growth, and repair. The food which is not digested in the body of the amoeba, that food is thrown out with the process of excretion, because same in human beings, when the complex components are broken down into substances, they are thrown out from the body with process of excretion. Same with the body of amoeba. So the complex components, the undigested complex or substances are thrown out from the body of amoeba through the process of excretion. Let's come on our next topic, that is nutrition in hydra. So let's read it out. Hydra is a multicellular organism that engulfs its food using the finger-like projections called tentacles present around its mouth. During feeding, hydra extends its body and tentacles to the maximum length, around 4 to 5 times of the length of the body, and catches the prey. The prey gets killed and it is passed into the mouth. The digestive juices inside the body help in absorption of the digested food by the cavity walls. The food is then assimilated inside the cells. Okay, let me explain you this one para. Okay, now let me explain you. So what is hydra? Hydra is a multicellular organism, while amoeba was a unicellular organism. So hydra is a multicellular organism that engulfs its food using a finger-like projections. There are finger-like projections. Those finger-like projections are called tentacles. These finger-like projections are called tentacles. Okay, that are present in its on or around its mouth. So you can see that his mouth, and these are the tentacles which are present around the mouth. Okay, So when it is the time of eating or feeding for Hydra, so what does it do? Hydra extends its body. Up about how much extends its body and tentacles both at the maximum length of 4 to 5 times length at the times of his body. His body is this much, so he increases his body 4 to 5 times of his body. Okay, and then he catches his prey, means that he catches his food. Okay, this is the prey, and what these tentacles are catching the prey, and then the prey is killed. So after the prey is killed, these preys or these foods are passed to his mouth, and then those digestive juices which are present inside his body, that help, these digestive juices help in absorption of the digested food, means that the food which was eaten by Hydra. And by the cavity walls which we have studied here. Okay, these are the cavity walls which we have studied about the food, vacuola and particle. Okay, and then the food assimilated inside the cells. Okay friends, in my next video I will be discussing with you about nutrition in frog, nutrition in other organisms, and also we will be doing checkpoint 1. Okay, and I will be also discussing with you mouth and the digestive system. Okay, and this diagram too.